As you have heard me say before, United Women in Faith is all about mission, supporting women, children, and youth. We strive to personify John Wesley's 3 rules: do good, do no harm, and walk in love with God. Part of that is learning and strategizing together. Last Sunday, as a part of Do No Harm Month here at First United Methodist Church, we invited you to join us for a lunch and learn honoring Mai Gray, celebrating Black history, and learning about Juneteenth. As I studied for the presentation, I realized that although I knew about Mai Gray, after all, she is from Kansas City, and she did participate in writing the United Methodist Charter for Racial Justice, which was reaffirmed, by the way, this last year at General Assembly. I had a lot to learn about our shared history and the significance of June 19th. While we credit President Abraham Lincoln with declaring through the Emancipation Proclamation, which was signed on January the 1st in 1863, that all enslaved persons in secessionist states were free from being owned, traded, or sold, many states ignored that proclamation. It took another 2.5 years for full enforcement. On June 19, 1865, the news reached the last enslaved people in Galveston, Texas, initiating the first celebration of freedom called Juneteenth Jamboree. A long line of African Americans led up to that day. To name a few: Frederick Douglass, abolitionist, orator, and writer; Harriet Tubman, the Moses of Underground Railroad; and following in their footsteps, Justice Thurgood Marshall, who argued and won the Brown versus Board of Education, committing the U.S. to equal education; the Honorable Albert Eli Edwards, who was a Texas congressman and introduced the first bill to recognize June 19th as official holiday in Texas, and that led to the U.S. adopting it in 2021. And Fannie Lou Hamer, who spoke for uncompromising civil rights. Although through the years people have tried to derail the promises of emancipation, we United Methodists and United Women in Faith continue to work toward the fulfillment of the emancipation promises and the promise embedded in Genesis 5:1. When God created humankind, He made them all in His likeness. Thus, we strive to live out together, do no